So Friday shenanigans. We have a big old air horn that we found and it makes great loud noises. Derek's about to come in the door and we're gonna see if we can get him. Oh, he's so amused. That's loud. Let's just say we took a few steps backwards. Long story short, we went to test fit the bell housing for the transmission and we were having some alignment issues. We had a few bolt holes that weren't quite perfect and the run out was what we were most concerned about. So pretty much making sure that the bell housing was centered on the crank of the truck. Turns out it looks like we were having a little bit of movement by strictly hanging the engine on the mid plates. Let me play you the song of my people. Okay, go for it. Bet you can't play me a tune.
That is hilarious.
Cody's still making sweet buzzing noises.
I can't hear you.
We've got, we spent a good bit of time tonight. Put the bell housing on. We had a dial indicator on the bell housing, making sure that run out is okay. And we have everything where we are within 4 thousandths. So should be good with that. Well, yeah, 2 1/4 thou, I guess, depend on, yeah, 4,000 one way, split in half, however that works. What day is it, Cody?
What day is it?
Yeah.
Thursday.
Close.
I don't even know how old I am.
It's Friday.
Freaking Friday.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Something.
Hey, look, transmission's in. It's progress. It's one thing that's in here that wasn't in here last week, but there's still a lot of things that aren't on here that were on here last week, so still have a little bit to do, but converter's in, clearance is good. Had to pull it out and adjust the shims on the front of the converter. The Neil Chance converter comes with shims where you can adjust your clearance, so with the whole new setup we had to change that up a little bit, but we've got that clearance where we need it now, so ready to finish slamming that thing in and bolting that pile of things back on. So hopefully by tomorrow night all of that is on the truck plus some, and we'll have a running truck maybe this weekend if all goes well. We're making progress, believe it or not. We're uglifying the engine by putting all the wires and hose and things all over it, but Cody's got the rail on and has a pretty high percentage of plumbing done over here.
We're about, besides
pretty much all the fuel and oil is plumbed. Tons of hoses down in there. Starting to snake in all of the wiring harness. So we've got the harness, I don't know, one of the data logging harnesses right now. Plugging in some fuel pressure sensors, nitrous sensors, shock pressure sensors. I've spent my last couple hours over here running all of these lines for nitrous and water. So we've got stage 1 water down here and the 2 spool jets back behind it. The 2 spool jets run up here to the pipe right behind here, and then stage 1 comes here to the middle jet. This is stage 3. We'll have that one comes out here and splits to 2 jets. We'll probably run about 2 110 jets or so in there, and then this is a water solenoid here. We've got 2 water nozzles over here. Well, provisions for the 3rd, but we're only using 2 for now, and then there'll be more water over in the pipe. So this is all the nitrous feed. So I have a -8 line coming to this shower head right here, and then it splits into 2 stages here, And I still need to hook up
Hey, can you quiet down over
hose.
there so we can video?
Cody over here being bossy.
Needy.
I don't know what Larson and Cody would do if they couldn't fight with each other.
He's like a woman.
They're like bickering children around here. They were arguing about cooking food in a microwave earlier today. You don't cook food in a microwave. You simply warm food up.
You tell me. We'll do a poll next time. I guarantee.
I promise you, it's like working with kids around here.
I guarantee 80% of the people that watch our videos cook with their microwave on a regular basis.
You don't cook. You warm stuff up with a microwave. You cook with an oven.
Cheese roll-ups.
Cheese roll-ups, huh?
Cheese and ham roll-ups and salami if you get really into it. If you have a little bit like left over.
Yeah, Chef Cody over here. Cheese and ham in a microwave will be good for years.
I've lived off basically for
That and pizza roll-ups.
Good for years.
Do what?
He'll be good for years.
Yeah. What are you doing right there? You reaming things out?
Making Cody proud.
Okay.
Being a fabricator.
I bet your rolls were cooking.
Bet my what?
Anyhow, back to what I was doing. So still need to run a line from here over to the other side, and then we've got a rail that's going to go over to the individual runner inlets.
Oh no, that one's freaking.
These guys right here, all 7 of those jets get nitrous yet. And then back in there is a rail that's going to get all of the water lines for the inlet port. So still have some plumbing to go. Still have hopes of starting it tonight. I don't know. It's maybe a little bit crazy.
Oh, we starting it tonight.
Believe it or not, the trans is out again. We had a few little clearance issues. There's a friction washer we forgot to put between the flywheel and the crank, or flex plate and crank I should say. We never ran one last year and we were okay without it, but being this is a billet crank, we thought it'd be a good idea to protect it. And then if you look and you see that bolt head sticking through that hole right there, those bolts stick out a little bit plenty much, and there was no clearance issue until we put converter bolts in it, and then they just rubbed. So flex plate has to come off and those bolt heads have to get clearance, and then we get to put it all back together. So hopefully third time's a charm. Yeah, there's that friction washer. I don't know, pretty cool thin little thing, but it's got really, I don't know, almost feels like really fine sandpaper.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff. Really, really, really hard. Hey, he dropped it. Probably ruined it.
That's how
you know.
it's the break-in procedure for it. You
Yeah,
have to drop it 3 times before, and you have to throw it off of the top level of the shop, and then it's good to go.
Yeah. The other thing, Levon's going to be really proud that we had music playing in the background of this whole thing. He's going to whine and complain about all of the noise, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. Great tool tray. Super organized.
Yeah, I'd like to see that day.
We put all of our...
flip that. I will grab it and throw it outside. I'll give you $5 if you eat that one bite.
One bite.
One bite. Huh?
Do I have to swallow it?
I don't know. I don't think I can do it.
You can't.
I can't laugh when I do it.
You gotta wad it up.
Is that the key?
If you're actually gonna try.
Just fold them like chicken.
Yeah. And soak it in water.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's not one bite. You shove it. Hey, look that way. No, do it. Yeah, you got a little. No.
Believe it or not, we were still being productive. It's cranked it's cranked a little bit. It's about all it's done. We're trying to chase down some sensors and make sure things that we need are plugged in before we start really cranking on things, but getting there. We drug that one back out from his house and made him come back.
250 psi converted to kilopascals?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Google
hey,
it.
Phil.
1,700,000.
You think we should call Phil right now?
No.
You think he'd answer? You think he'd be stroking his nice long hair?
Probably. He's like,
Dude, it is the most...
So, what are we about ready to start or what?
Hey, I think we're getting ready to start it. We've got most of the nitrous plumbed up. We've got the plumbing done.
Hey,
We
it was a good
oil.
attempt at being a smartass.
Oh, hey, we pulled the trans 3 times. I think the 3rd time might be a charm.
Maybe.
Let's
Did
see,
you
what
do it
else-
right this time?
What
Hard to
else?
pull a transmission.
What else has been said already?
The engine's in the truck.
Oh, hey, we drug Levon out of the house.
Yeah.
He came back.
He's still back there, right there. He brought us McDonald's. We had, I don't know, right there, we had delicious McDonald's. Well, I don't know. Delicious and McDonald's, I don't think should ever be in the same
No,
sentence.
it was
but
definitely pretty good.
It was, I don't know, things to put in our stomach.
Where?
See, we put all the Hot Shots goodness in it. We also decided, so since there's so much stuff right in here that's really hard to get to, and once we put the wheel on it, it's going to be really hard to get anything to work in there. So we're just going to build a ski for this side so it's not in the way, so we can work on stuff better. And if Larson does his job and doesn't lift like a little girl, he'll never need it anyway.
Lift like a little girl, you mean lift like Cody.
All the fancy buttons. This one actually does some cool things now. We're able to adjust our tune on the fly with that knob. So we can do quick tuning adjustments in the lanes if we need to add power or take power away. That as long as we don't want to change our fuel curve, we can change our max fuel real easily with that knob without having to flash it.
That sounds like rail pressure. Ready?
Hold on. Yeah,
Open that cap, right? Get all that air out. I mean, it's not like it should matter much, but
it's out. Yeah, that was pretty slick. Like, rail pressure came up, and literally the minute we turned those injectors on, she popped right off.
It's the joys of a Bosch with a correctly mapped fuel system, because everything works. As soon as you have rail pressure, you can turn it on, it's going to fire right up.
let's go racing. We're ready to go. I know.
Yeah. Not quite ready to go racing, but we got a running race truck. That's
Very
good.
smooth.
Oh my god, you sick animal.
Guess what I'm doing for Valentine's Day?
What?
I have got a hot date with a pink truck. And we're going to, I don't know, fabricate something or hook something up. I'm not sure.
Legacy barbecue. Let's talk about the meat. Brisket was
Pulled pork brisket was awesome. I had they have a sandwich you can get. You pick 2 meats and you can get coleslaw, pickled onion, and
Tex-Mex corn.
yeah, and yeah. So you can mix and match whatever. So I had brisket and pulled pork on my sandwich.
I
and,
had turkey and brisket. The
was
turkey
good.
was wonderful.
And they have it's a toasted bun. It's not shabby. Mac and cheese was perfect. It wasn't dry. Like, it was really good. Sauces are all homemade. So.
I'm pretty picky about my barbecue, because if the meat is dry, I'm out. And the brisket was perfect. The turkey was perfect. I didn't have anything else, so you have to rate the pulled pork.
Pulled pork was awesome. I liked it. It was fresh. Like,
They were out of sausages, so we'll have to try that next time. Cody always likes to eat those a long way.
Long ways only, not sideways, unless you work the corner. Anyway, Legacy Barbecue.
But for Ohio barbecue,
For Ohio barbecue, yeah,
It's
like definitely
very top of the line.
And I was down in Texas for a whole week, and I only had barbecue like 3 or 4 times, and this is equally just as good, if not better. So I'm saying, like, what? I promise you. I even had pit barbecue like twice. The pit barbecue was not bad, but
Okay, Glenn, you give your rating of this place.
You're not gonna like mine.
Okay, let's hear it.
I give it about, I don't know, 6 out of 10. Like, I thought the meat was decent. The sauces were a little bit, I don't know. They were okay, it just weren't quite what I liked. My biggest complaint, I know I'm probably weird, but I like bread that almost gets soggy. Like I don't like crunchy, half dried out bread. Like give me soft bread.
Are you serious? You
Oh
really
yeah,
don't?
dead serious.
Oh dude, that kind of bun.
Like when you put sauce on it and it almost gets like sopped up.
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah,
Zoom in on that bun.
Yeah.
See how it's
Yep,
got that
super
nice crisp edge on it, and it's got like, you know, they have like some butter on it too, so it absorbs it. It's got that nice crunch to it. It's perfect. I mean,
The bun was
8.4.
Bad bread. It's just
I mean,
a little dry. It's not the style of bun.
Pretty generous, I think.
Whatever.
And it's a cool ass place. It's in an actual house.
Yeah, it's an old house.
What do you rate
It's a
this?
really cool place.
Cody
What
did
would I rate?
8.4.
Okay, I've been to Cooper's Barbecue in Texas, and that's probably the best barbecue I've ever had. If I compare to the best I've ever had, I would probably put this on like a 7.5 out of 10.
And then Lynn, you said
That's close. Like, I don't know. I guess to me, I compare everything to Roy's barbecue out in Kansas. It's a little hole in the wall deal that, like, I mean, you can see the pit in the back and it's smoke rolling out and everything. But for Ohio barbecue, it's pretty good stuff. Like, there's nothing bad. I wouldn't rate it 8 or 9 out of 10. Somewhere 6 to 7.
Careful what you say. There's a big guy in the
Hey,
back.
it's fine. I'm not, whatever.
Hey, next we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out on Saturday night. They have a saloon that's like the identical place to this. If you want to see us go out on a night when we're not at work, then put in the comments if you want to see it, because it could get pretty interesting.